Yo, timing. Oh my gosh. What up, guys? How's it going? We're live. Yes, Pulse. Yes, a podcast. We're discussing possible podcast stars. She opens it up. She opens up the podcast. And inside the box, a gold glow.
Out the box.
The box. Oh shit, Marvel Snap. God damn it. It's a fucking update.
Unbelievable.
Sorry. Already distracted.
Fucked up. We failed already. Not
It's
even 2 seconds in.
My nightly reset. I need to see if they got. Oh, these variants suck. No, okay, I'm done. What up, Pulse? How you doing, man? Being chillin'. Being chillin' indeed. We're just talking shit. We've been shooting shit in the Discord for about an hour already, so we just decided to go live because fuck it, why not just stream it? Chilling today. Good to hear. Good to hear. So, yes, we're gonna start a podcast. You might swing by later. Fuck it, come through. We might start a podcast up, and if we start a podcast up, then it's likely the voice chat might be locked down for certain portions of the podcast because we'll be recording. But then we'll just move on and talk about other shit, obviously. So then we might open it up.
Yeah, you don't even have to lock it down.
We could just lock it down, like if we're talking about like certain, because we might literally like if it's like, hey, we're fucking podcasting on the Game Awards watch along, we're obviously not gonna fucking lock that shit down. We might just get a bunch of fucking people in here. But if we're like, hey, we're talking about fucking AI and gaming, then we might want to lock it down initially so that we don't have like 30 people in here talking over each other.
Yeah.
Or at least if people want to join, they could just type in chat and be like, hey, do you mind if I come through and talk about this? Right? Like, I have some strong opinions and I need my shit to be heard. So I'm gonna join the voice chat. That's cool. Then I'll be like, all right, let's let fucking this person in and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be like taking a caller. First caller.
Yeah, like a phone call.
Yeah, and if they get out of pocket, we just kick them from the
Hi, my name is Jack. I got a question. Why should I
immediately
listen to you
kick?
guys?
Immediately, it would immediately. He wouldn't even got that far. I would have immediately kicked him when he had that. Actually. Yeah. Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna just be the regulator. That's it. I'm gonna just kick people up.
Nah, I'm gonna give you full ability for that. I'll talk the shit, but you could regulate. Listen, this Miss Man Despair has the sword.
Blue.
Speaking of swords, I don't know why that made me think of sword lightsaber. I started thinking of Jedi Survivor. That game is on my mind.
That shit looks like it's about to be fire.
Bruh, that shit looks ridiculous, right?
I heard. Yeah, it's just gonna take up so much space, like 150 gigs, I think.
That's a lot of space.
Just do what you normally do and just delete everything off your
Yeah, that's a lot of space, but not for nothing. That's about as much space as Call of Duty. So if you're gonna play it, you play it, you beat it, and then you delete it.
I can't be playing Call of Duty
like
every 10
anxiety
seconds, and I can't do anything else. The fuck?
Oh, so that's
hella
big
true,
booty
because
Call of
earlier
Duty.
today-
Big booty Call of Duty. Wow, that's good.
Earlier today I had to
That is
go
bars.
through my shit. I was like, what's taking up so much space? Oh, never mind. Of course it's called.
It's COD, right? Yeah. Bro, you know what was actually taking up so much space on my PC? The fucking
Cyberpunk?
the Overwolf recordings of Call of Duty sessions because it was running in the background. Yeah. That shit had mad game sessions of me just talking shit, suplexing people. I was gonna make a compilation one day, but I'm too lazy for that. I don't care.
I don't like that it automatically.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the hell is this?
You could set it. You could set it though.
Yeah.
That's just me just not setting it properly. Because I didn't want to turn it on every time I played, but then I also didn't want it recording every time I played, so I left it on automatic and I would manually disable the app. But there was mad recordings of me doing that, like 2 minutes of the game starting, and then it's 2 minutes of video.
Back recording like.
I might stream Call of Duty though. I might stream. Saturday. Yeah, I might stream this Saturday.
If we stream Call of Duty, we can't do it on Twitch.
I mean, I could do it on Kick.
Yeah.
Follow me on Kick, guys. Exclamation mark Kick.
On Twitch.
Yeah.
That's the first segue. Just go follow me on Kick, guys. That's it. I could do. Yeah,
It's
I
because
could
of
do that.
us, but because of the shit people be saying in the game anyway.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
We
right.
stream COD, we gotta play Surge, bro. Like, there's no
Oh.
way we streaming COD and just playing team deathmatch or whatever the fuck you basic motherfuckers want to play. We gotta play Surge, bro. Like,
I'm definitely a 24/7 shipment kind of guy. You know this.
Oh,
I
you
literally
already know?
popped off yesterday though.
no,
Like
guys,
you
we need the
witnessed
we
me.
need the people in
You
the chat.
witnessed me popping off.
Yeah, but we need
3
the chat.
rounds, top of the leaderboard, over 40 kills
How you
per
gonna stream
round in the
COD
last
without
game,
chat?
60. That's true. That's true. I mean, I stream the chat regardless. I'm not afraid. I'm no scare.
Yeah, but there's always people talking at Surge. It's a coin flip if people gonna be talking in.
Listen, if
other game.
if my fucking channel gets banned, like let's play worst case scenario. My shit gets banned. Guess what? I show up as being a banned streamer for how many days? 3 days? Maybe people come through and start watching after 3
For 2
days.
years.
Get banned again?
Yeah,
Highly
you
unlikely.
gotta remember. Wait, we can't talk about that, right? We can't talk about that if
Can't talk about what?
you're a female.
Why can't we talk about it?
Well, I mean, like if you're a female, it's just a quick ban. If you're a male, you're banned forever.
Unless you're indie Fox
can't
and you
talk
get
about
cut.
I think it depends. I think it
Right.
depends because some guys have been banned for like 3 days too. Like that's you. The thing is usually like there's like a blanket ban. It's about the more serious issues where Twitch is just like, oh, you're a female that might give us head, so we're just gonna ban you for 3 days.
I still can't believe. Yeah, I still can't believe that freaking misbehaving thing. How she was only banned for what, like a couple of days?
Yo, indie Fox
Jesus.
was banned for 2 years, bro. 2 years.
She was a martyr.
Did she do something worse than what
No.
misbehaving did?
No.
I'm
She was a
telling you,
martyr.
It was an inside job because they wanted to push
'Cause-
Amaranth. I'm telling you.
They wanted
Because
they needed a
I could
scapegoat.
see her insides. I could
They were like,
I saw it.
we like Amaranth. We don't like you. So you can
They
go for 2
needed-
years while we build up Amaranth. And now
They
that Amaranth is hot,
needed
they
a
brought her back.
scapegoat. They brought her back for the war against Kick. Go follow me on Kick
True.
so we could just fucking
Damn, we got the thought army. Let's go.
yeah. They Twitch
Yeah,
knows.
but if
They're
I
like,
was her,
look,
why would I? Why? But if I were her, why would I even come back to Twitch? I would just go to K.
Twitch higher ups.
That's true. She might end up on Kick though.
Twitch higher ups said, unleash the thoughts, and they
Right.
just unban all the thoughts at once.
I mean, because my question is, if she's been banned for 2 years, right? She had to have done something since then. What is she?
I'm
What
pretty
has
sure
she
she was
been
on
doing?
OnlyFans,
She's probably on Trollovo.
Trollova. She's probably on OnlyFans, bro.
True.
I mean, she's attractive. She got to be on OnlyFans. Like,
Yeah.
How attractive is she? Wait, send me a link. Someone send me a link.
I'm gonna put it up on stream. What's up?
This is a tangent, but I take Indie Fox over Amaranth.
Absolutely. 100%. I agree.
Well, now-
With
now
1,000%.
Now I have to see her because Amaranth is. I mean,
She's
She's
okay.
not-
All right. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up on stream because I'm a
Bro, you can
fucking.
dead ass go into Walmart.
She just sounds boring. Like Amaranth sounds boring to meet in person.
Are they all boring?
Yeah, but you know, there's levels. Yeah.
Yeah, look. Okay, look. Here's the article. Controversial streamer Indie
Okay.
Fox finally unbanned on Twitch. I won't mess this
she's
up.
Cute.
Yeah, she's.
You know what
The
else
li-
is cute?
Oh, look at her return message. I feel like this was doctored to make Twitch look good. Oh fuck.
Duh, bro. I'm telling you that. Look, this is all a ploy.
This is definitely all a
Well,
ploy.
suddenly, Dr. Disrespect finds himself unbanned because.
Nah.
Look at this
That's
shit.
cute.
Look at this shit.
She's
This is
cute,
what
but
she was
she's
doing.
mad. She's mad short. That's what she got banned on. Doesn't everyone does
This is not what she got banned for, but this is literally what she was doing, and
Bruh.
it's relatively tame to what the fuck is on Twitch right now.
That it's relatively tame compared to what Amaranth was doing. I'm telling you, they played favorites.
No,
They played
no,
favorites.
absolutely.
Oh, there it is. This is it right here. There it is.
Amaranth
That's
reveals
crazy.
how she baited rival Indie Fox into a permanent ban on Twitch.
Yeah, they just played sides. They were like, all right, we like Amaranth. Bye bye. We'll ban you for 2 years. You can come back later.
But like what she was doing was.
Oh,
pretty tame.
didn't
Like,
she ASMR queef? And
That was her.
who did?
Yes!
Indie Fox.
Indie Fox ASMR queefed, and that's what got her permanent ban.
I'm actually.
I'm
kidding, bro.
fucking dying, dude. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what got her permaban. Look,
I don't think that was her. I don't think that was her.
okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to Google it off
I
cam.
remember the chick.
Actually,
It
actually
wasn't
got a
her.
question. Can girls queef on command?
They
Yes, what the hell?
can, yeah.
God damn. Because usually I
enough
thought that shit was
training.
involuntary. Yeah, I thought
Nah.
that shit was involuntary.
With enough training, they can do it, whatever, you know.
with enough training, even you can queef.
Even you can unleash the queef, the tribal queef.
This man so unleashed the queef. Can we replace him? Get him out of here, bro.
Don't hate.
Listen,
Unbelievable.
listen. Acknowledge your tribal queef.
Acknowledge the queef.
Jeez.
I'm still looking it up.
Blue. Oh.
Blue. You got a blank screen on you.
I know, because I'm looking up. I'm looking up. The things that I'm searching right now are very questionable.
Why did that shit sound like that?
Oh, like Rule 34? Oh no.
Andy Fox confirms why she was permanently banned on Twitch after years receiving her final Twitch ban. Popular streamer Andy Fox publicly shares why she was
Camel toe?
permanently banned from the platform. Let's see. All of Andy Fox's bans were 6 months. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
I hate all this shit. While fans speculating on the reason behind the 6 ban, which resulted in the permanent ban, Andy Fox really refused to comment on what led Twitch to take action.
Hold on, she got banned 6 times before this? Damn.
Yes, she was literally banned like week after week at some point.
She got a big ass head.
Okay, while a guest on a
That's what I'm
podcast
saying,
this
'cause she's
week,
short. That's what I
Indie
was
Fox
saying.
finally
Yeah, who
confirmed
cares?
what led
It's
to the
all very
fateful
short.
Twitch ban.
There's
According
nothing.
to
I was just making
her,
an observation.
oh, here we go. According to her, while hosting an ASMR stream, she suffered a wardrobe malfunction that was caught on stream. Indie Fox
Yeah,
defended the
camel toe.
wardrobe malfunction by stating that if she was an employee of the company and lost her job for a similar wardrobe malfunction, human resources would have to get involved, while other Twitch streamers receive bans for indecent attire, bikini. Yeah.
She's not wrong.
Oh
though.
yeah, she's not wrong. She was never wrong. She's not the bad person in this story.
This is what
We
happens
know
when
who
you
the
don't
bad
play
person
strict
is. in the
guidelines.
story.
This is what happens. People just gonna borderline. They're just gonna sit on the borderline, sit on the edge of what.
We
is
know
acceptable and what's
who's
not.
the bad guy in this story.
I mean, neither one of them. I mean, they would just. Eminem just took advantage of fucking
Yeah, she did.
this shit. Like,
Damn, look at the similar poses.
bruh, just going down the fucking just chatting fucking category on Twitch or for the fucking what is it? Did they get rid of the hot tub shit? I don't remember what happened. Hey yo,
What the
Hey,
fuck?
she got some cake that was not obvious.
glutes.
Glutes.
She opens it up.
Permabanned. But now she's unbanned because Twitch needs soldiers for their fucking war against Kick. Follow me on Kick, y'all.
She's
Go.
cute.
Is she nice?
Yeah, she's cute.
No,
But
no.
they're about the same though. I don't know.
Ain't no.
I'd
makeup-
have to listen to her voice. To be fair, I'd have to listen to her voice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that deep because then I'm gonna get turned off.
Yeah, ain't no
I'm not
hate
gonna
one
go
way
that
or the other. It's just, it is what it is. But she definitely did queef on stream. I'm sure about that.
No, it wasn't her. It was somebody else.
Wasn't her? Okay, hold on. Let me see.
It was some Spanish chick. I'm pretty sure, or it didn't.
So
she looked like-
for her it was the camel toe or whatever.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But that was still isn't that technically still clothing?
Why did I Google search this? I got
Yeah, but there's like a. I forgot what it is. There's like a What's the way they phrase it? There can't be any like implied.
implied sexual content.
Yeah. Like you can't.
I mean,
have, like,
I straight up saw sexual content with misbehaving.
Yeah.
She
Like,
only
I
got
can't get
banned
on
for 3
stream
days.
with
I
tight
saw
gray
the
sweatpants on
inside.
and see the BBC
I saw
imprint
her
in my shit.
insides, bro.
Hold up. Hey, yo, what up, Saluni? How's it going?
Yeah,
Like it's
you know.
technically bannable if I got on stream, got up with sweatpants on, and you saw my dick print through my shit. That's bannable.
Can you
That's
do that though?
implied something.
Can we get that going though? Like, I'm your PR manager right now.
Give me your camera.
I
right now.
mean, well,
You wanna get
okay.
banned?
I don't give a shit. I'm trying to get you followers on OnlyFans.
I mean,
That's the thing. You need to get your following, and then you have a mishap like
I need to
that
wait
to
till
get
my-
followers on OnlyFans. That's true. That's true. I would need
asked her
permission from
like
my
a year
wife.
ago. She said nah.
That's some bullshit, right? Like it's gonna get guap though.
She
Yo.
said nah. I was like, all right, so why don't you do it then? She was like, no. I'm like, all right, well then, what the fuck?
Yo, silly uni, it's been a fucking minute, bro. I miss you too, brother. We haven't seen each other in a long fucking time, man. You're at work? Yeah, man. Check the VOD.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, bro.
I need to see Silly Uni in person, man. I haven't seen him in person in like fucking 4 years or some shit like that. That's crazy.
Yo, who's gonna take the L and get us into a GTA 5 roleplay server?
Yo, did you see the
You
GTA 6 screenshot? Sorry, I know that's
I hate this motherfucker.
that's true.
He instantly said there was no hesitation.
Nah, you.
There was
you-
no hesitation
Nah,
on that.
you know why I say that shit because you were the first one to bring up that idea way back
there was
when.
no hesitation.
Remember, you made me
You are.
install the shit. You made me install the shit. You didn't even fucking play the shit. Nah,
Yeah,
fuck that.
because
You're
we
doing
found
it.
out, bro. I dead ass could not use mods. Like
He
that's hella,
said-
that's hella whack.
You
are
are.
doing
You
it.
know
You're
exactly
doing
why
it.
I deleted it. It's not like I made you download it and never tried it. Like
I mean,
we found out we
yes.
couldn't mod it, and that was hell of a that was a turn off.
And then you were like, man, I'm just gonna play it anyways. You never did.
All right, I'm gonna put this up on
Shit,
stream.
but did we want to do that?
Look at this.
I mean, I don't care. Mhm.
This is a GTA 6 alpha screenshot.
Damn, look at all those rays traced.
Look
Yeah,
at all
look
those,
at that. Look at that. What? Italian
said,
beauty? Is
look
that
at all those
Hispanic?
look at all those
Hispanic.
rays
Yeah, she's supposed to be Hispanic. Yeah,
traced.
yeah.
All the rays have been.
It's supposed to be like
traced.
a. They said it's supposed to be like a Bonnie and Clyde, like Hispanic little couple, or whatever, playing through the shit. That's gonna be fire, dude.
Not
Bro,
for nothing,
game
this
is gonna
shit
be
looks
unoptimized as fuck, though. I don't
This
know. I
shit
need to
looks
see footage. I need to see
GTA 5
ridiculous.
wasn't bad. Red Dead, on the other hand, that shit was ass. But
Initially, but
GTA
it
5
works
wasn't
on the
bad.
stream deck now, so it's fine. GTA 6, I mean GTA 6, Red Dead 2 runs on the stream deck.
Came out like 4 or 5 years ago, bro.
But it runs
better
on the
work
stream
now. Like, that shit better work now. That shit looks good though. Wait,
That's what I'm
was that?
saying.
What's the
This
name
was
on that?
this was today.
But hold up.
Can
So
you link me
that's
that?
this game now. But what
want me to
was
send
the
you this?
Because I never saw the footage beforehand. You know the footage that got leaked. How did it
It
look
looked
in
like this.
comparison to this?
It looked like GTA 5.
It
but
looked
that
like
was,
GTA 5, yeah.
pre-alpha.
But that was
Yeah, that was hella
super early. This is actually apparently an alpha
looks good.
screenshot. This is like an alpha screenshot of GTA 6 in
that
alpha
looks like?
development.
It looks like the mod we were trying to use. That's all it looks like. The fucking the Redux mod. I'm hyped. I'm already sold on the concept.
No, yeah, it looks
The
good to me.
Hispanic like girl main character. That's dope.
See, this is from the leak stuff, isn't it?
Like you know they pushing it right. When my girl never played a GTA game and she's like, yeah, I want to play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that the main character they're kind of taking risks because she kind of chunky.
I mean, she kind of needs
I
to
mean,
be.
that's the wave nowadays.
Oh, she got the butt implants.
Bro, how you gonna be
She got the
how you gonna be
BBL?
Hispanic and not be chunky? Like, come on, bro. You gotta have the
Yo,
meat. You
if-
gotta have
hold on.
No. But I mean chunky as in, you know what I mean? Like she's not looking like a model.
You
She's
know.
looking like, she a big girl.
I
You know
think
what
they're
I'm saying?
gonna.
Like,
I think they're gonna
don't
need to
know.
let you customize your own BBL in
Look, she
GTA
looking like
6.
Rome's type. That's all I'm saying. All right.
They gonna let you go to the BB. They gonna let you go to the doctor and get the op.
Yep,
Oh
they're
my
gonna
God, that's
have
OD.
to, bro. They're gonna
I
have
wouldn't be
to.
surprised if they did.
Oh, with the lips, the oh my
I would
god,
not be surprised if they
yes.
did that though. Like that would be
Yeah,
fitting.
I
'cause
mean-
you
Wouldn't
know
that be
GTA is
sick?
All satire, like
But they like to comment on like culture.
yeah, it's all
shit, so
satire. They're all
that-
just gonna fucking. If I was them, I would absolutely add all that dumb shit into the game.
If they don't, it'd be a missed opportunity.
It
Absolute,
would.
absolute, bro.
Who is it supposed to be? It's supposed to be Vice City. I'm pretty sure. Miami or
whichever one is the Florida one, I think it's Vice City.
Yeah, Vice City. Yeah. Miami.
Ugh. Despite my
Which means what? She gonna be Cuban or something? Damn, I'm getting it. All right,
Yeah,
all right, let's
probably.
not go there.
Probably.
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. That's going into
Like-
Hispanic
Listen,
race wars, and I'm not
listen,
sure.
listen.
Hispanic.
Give me a second.
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
I mean, that's what happened in Vice
Hispanic.
City, though. It was what? It was a
Yeah.
bunch of Cubans and shit just going off. Vice City was my favorite
Yeah.
GTA. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
really
I
know
really
why.
enjoyed Vice City because that soundtrack was fire.
Hell yeah.
The only
Vice City and
criticism is
San
that
Andreas, bro.
that game is short as fuck.
It was
Other
hella
than
short.
that,
Yeah.
it's like they spent the entire budget on what was his face? What was the voice of Tonio? Whatever his name.
Fuck. Oh, goddamn. What is
Ray
it?
Liotta. Ray
Yeah,
Liotta.
yeah. They had hella
Rest in peace.
people in that shit.
Yeah, rest in peace, brother. But yeah.
That was a good ass game, bro. I might have to play that. You know what? I didn't really. We were memeing on the GTA like collection, the remaster collection, whatever. I think I might just play it because I've been wanting to play those games for a hot minute.
Yo,
bro.
that shit was jokes when Super Freak was playing.
Yeah, it
it
was
that
hella
shit was. Did they ever fix that shit? I don't think they did.
They patched it up a little bit. They cleaned it up a little bit. But I don't want the patch version. I like the bugs, bro. That's just funny. What we're probably gonna have to do later is do like a test recording so we can like. Do you have it so the chat and like your audio was like separated? So like if you were to go on the post processing, you could just separate it and like change the levels and shit for each like separately.
Me?
Yeah.
Right now, no, but I could probably set that up.
Yeah, that's probably.
I have it set.
I could probably do it.
I have it set so that it's all it's processed for stream right now. Like I have
Yeah.
Twitch.
So all your audio channels are on, basically.
Yeah, all my audio channels are on, but since I have the Wave XLR,
Mm-hmm.
I have VSTs for each
Oh, yeah.
channel.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have filters in Twitch because of the stream. So like I have audio ducking into Twitch. So like when you guys talk, it lowers my browser audio. When I talk, my browser audio is lowered. You know what I mean? Or if like if there's something in the back, like say like we're watching a video and reacting to it, I have it set so that when I talk, it'll lower the audio of the whatever we're watching, and if y'all talk, it'll order. But I don't have one set so that if I talk, it overrides y'all, because obviously not. I think I just have my gain higher than you guys, just in case, just in case. But then in Wavelength, I have compression on Discord and the browser and shit also, so it's like all processed. That's what I mean. Like, so if you want to post process it, I don't know if I could set individual. I mean, it's individually channeled in OBS, but
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as the stream goes, I don't know. I mean, unless I do like the Twitch, the thing where you like put your audio through a different like VOD channel or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to change anything, like audio wise, yeah, if you like listen to it, if you like rewatch it, like if I post this VOD on YouTube, right, which I will, if you like listen to it and just be like, all right, like change this, like, or do that, because I could always tweak shit, because shit changes based on settings for some reason.
Bloop bloop.
Like I think Discord audio is fucking weird, bro. Like, cause Discord, like sometimes I'll log in and I'll start my computer and you guys will be loud as fuck, and then sometimes you guys will be like low.
That shit, I don't know why that shit is so funny to me. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's the Donkey Kong sound.
What's wrong with me, dude?
The Kremlins.
Smooth
the
brain
bomb.
reptilians.
Well, you just
I wanna
never
replay that
expect to
game.
hear. What, Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah, I played that game when I was like fucking 5, bro. I don't remember shit. I'd probably get fucked up by that game right now.
Oh, that game is.
Wasn't that shit hella hard? I remember not beating that shit as a kid.
It's definitely get good. Like, like.
Oh, yeah,
it
my
definitely has
kinda
that
game.
mentality. But
My
I
kinda
don't think
game,
it's
dude.
super. It's like it's not like a Kaiser like difficulty.
Yeah,
but
it's not on the
like-
Kaiser Dodge list.
Wow.
Oh shit.
No.
Insta, sorry.
Well,
Dodge.
no. I'm always talking about Kaiser. I mean, Kaiser,
Oops,
like a Kaiser
sorry.
Mario.
I'm sorry, Kaiser.
Tudum.
I'm sorry.
But-
Oh, he didn't hear me. Tudum.
Yo, what up,
Tudum.
Kid Crazy? How's it going, man?
But it definitely doesn't hold your hand. Like it will, like especially in
what
the
I
later
wanted.
levels.
Yeah. I love platformers, bro.
But I
That
feel
was the
like if
first
you're good at
platform I ever played.
platformers,
Yeah.
the game should be fine. Man, what? So I guess this is Mario week, right? Because the movie
I'm
and
a
shit.
platforming god.
Oh
bro.
shit, we didn't even talk about what you guys want to play tonight. Do you guys? We didn't play golf last week. You guys want to play golf?
We can
I mean,
play
we should
whatever.
do. We could do something Mario related.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for golf. We haven't played golf in a long ass time.
I got
Shots
unfucked
fired,
my
man.
Yeah.
Shots
Switch
are always
real
gonna be
quick.
fired against Kaiser, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiser over here
Yeah, yeah,
being a little fuck boy sometimes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
His ban list, damn, that's crazy. Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
you got
wait,
Elden
wait,
Ring on
wait.
this shit.
I just said, wait.
yeah. you know which Donkey Kong I never played that I wanted to was a Tropical Freeze.
Tropical
Never played that one.
Freeze, you're bugging.
Big
Yo, play that
Freeze?
shit on Yuzu. It actually runs really well.
That
on
game is
emulator.
actually really good.
Please play it. I love that game.
Yeah, but isn't that game like 2-player or some shit?
Yeah, you can play co-op.
You can, but it's not
I'd
necessary.
like to
screen,
do a
yeah.
co-op run.
Play a single
Yeah.
player.
I know you could, but I don't know.
Fun
I have
fact,
more
I
fun playing platformers with people.
I beat that game while
It's
I
hella
was
cheap.
waiting online
Co-op.
to play the RE2 remake demo at Comic-Con.
Really?
Yeah, because I brought my Switch and I was waiting online for like 2 hours for that shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was worth it though.
How do you guys feel about cons, man? Because part of me is
I'm
like,
good.
I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the lines.
I'm-
Like,
I feel like I've had enough of it. I went to like 2 Comic Cons before. I think the last Comic Con I went to, this is gonna sound so ancient, was when Ultimate Marvel 3 was coming out. That was the last one I went to. That's the last one I cared about ever. like, I'm also not a big crowd person. I don't like being around a bunch of fucking people. I'm good.
yeah,
Like,
same
I
way.
can't stand it, especially smelly people. Let me.
Well, especially shit like, oh my god, bro. When I went to WrestleMania, oh my god, yo, people need to take showers, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what
exactly
the
why I can't
fuck?
fuck with that shit. Cause I'd be like, man, I don't want to smell
All right.
that funk, bro.
All right, so let me tell you guys the story. So I'm here with my friends. We get in Soho Stadium, right? WrestleMania. We go there, and there's a place where you go up the stairs, and there's kind of like an area where you could kind of stand and watch the ring before you could go up to your seats. So I'm there with my friends. My friends were like, you know what? I want to take a look at merchandise before, they run out or whatever. Like this is like before the show started. I was like, all right. They was like, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Just see like if it's even there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm sitting here. There's a guy to my left or whatever. There's a little space, like where one person was with my friend,
Mhm.
and like we have the sodas set there, like as in like, hey man, this is my spot. So this big ass lady
Hey yo.
just comes in, and she's like, excuse me or whatever, and blah blah blah. And then so I move over a little bit, but only the little space that I can, right? Because
Mhm.
I'm also a big motherfucker. So but I move over, and then she fits, and then a guy fucking pushes me, bro. He
Hey,
literally pushes me, and he's just like, excuse me. I was like, nah, motherfucker, you did not just fucking push me. And this motherfucker was just as big as she was. These two big ass motherfuckers wanted to fit in this
rolling
tiny
around?
little space.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And they're acting like they don't take up space, bro. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like, I'm trying to, I'm like, I got like friends waiting here and shit. He's like, well, motherfucker, that's all you had to say. Blah blah blah. I'm like, well, you can't take a fucking hint. You can't see my behavior, my guy.
Man.
Jesus Christ. And then the one thing, like, if you're gonna squeeze in like that, by the way, guys, be skinny. Cause if you're not gonna be skinny, I'm gonna make fun of you, bro. What the fuck? That we're pretending that they're fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like a waist 10 or whatever, when they're a fucking waist over 50, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyways.
Oh man.
So then I go and sit on my chair, and then there's a bunch of people sitting
Yo,
in
what
front
is
of me,
happening?
and the dude in front of me smelled like stank ass, bro. Like he wore the same clothes
Yeah, I can't
and
fuck
didn't
with shit
think
like
to
that.
wash them, bro.
I'm good.
And then obviously some kids are like just have bad manners and putting their
Mhm.
foot on top of the fucking seats. And I had to give the mother of the ladies a fucking look, bro. I was ready to fight. I was ready to have an exhibition match at WrestleMania. Anyway, so yeah, in general, guys, if you go to public, please take a shower before you go. That's all I ask, and wear fresh
That's
clothes.
been like story as old as fucking time, bro. Motherfuckers just don't get the hint.
You know
Motherfuckers just
what's
gonna go out with no deodorant, no nothing, just smell like ass. Like it's never gonna change. I don't know
you
what
know
it is, but it's never gonna change.
you know what's dangerous
Hmm?
is 2-day events because those motherfuckers show up with the same attire,
Mm-hmm.
not
Bro, that's
showered.
probably what happened.
That's the problem with 2-day events. So WrestleMania being 2 nights, it's fucking lizard fucking brain fucking low vibrational reptilians that have showed up
What the fuck?
2 nights in a row with the same fucking shit. Same thing with Comic Con, because Comic Con is like a 3-day event, and motherfuckers like they just fly in and just stay in a hotel, and they're just like don't shop. Like, Rome has talked about FGC events where people just literally are just like, yeah, they just wake up and roll into the fucking pools without showering
that
from the
shit
night
is
before.
wild.
Like, they literally went to sleep in their same clothes, roll out of bed, use the bathroom, don't even brush their fucking teeth, and just go
But,
to the
like,
fucking
the
floor.
bare minimum, brush your teeth. And the thing is, right? How your hygiene so ass? How you smell like so much shit that you can go to bed one night and wake up in the same outfit the next day and just magically smell like shit? That's not how it worked. That means just shit. You was already smelling like ass. That means you was already ass. You had no deodorant on. Like you just naturally smelling like shit.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
just
tell you.
poor hygiene altogether.
I'm gonna
But
tell you right now though, Speed Stick is the worst fucking offender. Speed Stick is a piece of shit deodorant. That
nigga,
shit
it's
sucks
because people
dick.
literally will just put that shit, just keep rubbing it on, like over like shitty, like smelly armpits, right? That's like spraying like Axe body spray when you funky as hell. That's the worst combination.
It's
Like
true,
trying to spray Axe body
but
spray after but not taking a shower is terrible.
at least
Like,
Axe body
'cause
spray
you get that
has
must.
enough
Like,
of a fucking fragrance to try and cover shit up. Where
yeah, but you
Speed
get that
Stick,
must, bro. Like,
it's
that's
true,
just horrible,
but Speed Stick doesn't do shit for you. Speed Stick is ass.
bruh.
Speed Stick, you're literally just smelling musky the same day you used it.
I don't understand how people can just rub deodorant on to like smelly armpits without like cleaning the shit or like showering or something first. That should be killing me.
I'm not gonna lie,
Like,
I use Axe body spray, but I use it for
you can
certain.
use it, but not if you already smelling like ass. It doesn't cover up like that you smell like ass. It makes it worse to me. Like you can tell. Oh man, that shit is whack.
You can definitely tell when people are just using it as a fucking miracle.
People are like,
Hold
yeah,
on,
man.
I'm gonna smell like ass. Let me just
Yeah,
spray
you said
this
I smell. You
shit.
said I stink. Hold on.
That's
Aight.
just not gonna work
Problem
for you,
solved.
homie. But I
Get the
don't
fuck out.
know,
Oh,
man.
if you're musty with Axe, it creates an even worse smell. Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely does, Shin.
Bro, it's literally like you can stand next to somebody and tell because it's just must. Like,
Bro, I think
it's just hot
it
air.
is must what I was smelling, but I think it's because they went to night one out all day and they wore the same clothes. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Probably.
Axe body
They
spray
They
on
probably
a
smell like shit the night before.
Axe body spray on a musty person smells like a New York City cab driver.
Very true.
Damn.
It's true. That's not
Garbage
even
can
that's
with
not even a
some-
joke. That's
Some
facts.
lifesavers in a garbage can.
This is just that is the scent of a New York City cab driver, 100%, with 1,000%.
With 1,000. I don't know.
Man,
Hygiene,
I'm not.
people just.
I'm not a
I don't
fan
even
of
like talking
cons
about
right
that shit
now.
'cause I'm be like, man.
I'm not a fan
Who
of
is a
cons
fan
right
of
now
cons after
because,
COVID?
like,
Man, well, not even before COVID, but my thing was like, I really enjoyed was it New York Comic Con back in the day during the 90s because they would actually like be stands with people showing off cool comic books and shit, and you could talk to the people and shit like that. But like stuff like San Diego Comic Con has gotten so Hollywood mainstream, and it's gotten like so popular culture that you can't do shit. It's like going to Disneyland on a busy day, bro. You're gonna spend most of your time just fucking standing around like an idiot.
yeah.
Like I want to do shit. Like if the whole point of me is just gonna fucking stand around, look at random people, you know what I'm saying? Like I could have stood home.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed Marvel 3. That was hella random, but anyway.
Oh, we were already talking about that earlier, but
That's what
well,
every time I think about Comic Con, it just reminds me of that.
you know what it is though with cons? It's like people already had bad hygiene. Whether before COVID, people already had bad hygiene. the problem now is like not only do people have bad hygiene, but they have poor socialization skills. It's like people fucking forgot how to act around others because of COVID. People just
never knew.
don't know
You'd be
how to
surprised.
fucking.
It's just more prevalent now. It's always been like that.
Yeah, maybe so. I hate crowds. I always hate crowds and lines and people waiting because I feel like it's just a fucking powder keg of a situation where I'm just gonna punch someone in the fucking face.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of crowds. Like, I'm good.
It's like, why would you
I'm
ever wait on
straight.
a line? If you had a choice, why do you have to wait online? Like, to me, it's like going to Six Flags now is
Got the
not
speed
that
pass.
appealing because it's like you're going to, or even like, not even Six Flags, like going to a con, even like New York City Comic Con, right? Like, you're going to an event that consists of waiting online for the things that you typically want to attend it for, right?
Yeah, like I could never go to E3. I mean, back in the day, I used to want to go, but then I had friends that went, and they were like, "Bro, you literally just gonna stand in the line for like hours just to play a game for
Yeah,
like 5 minutes." I'm like, man, what the fuck is the point? I could just wait. I could just watch some videos, and I'll be good.
so true.
I'm
Yeah, the last time I went to New York Comic Con, that's the main thing was that it was waiting online to play the RE2 remake, and that was like a 2-hour wait for a fucking 5-minute demo. What made me salty is that me and my wife were playing at the same time, and she got stuck. So she's like, "Can you help me?" I'm like, "I'm trying to have my own experience with the demo, like, and you over here running into a corner." I was
We
salty.
are not the like.
I was like, we are not the same.
wait.
Like we both waited for the same amount of time, but we are not the same right now.
Oh, but at least you guys got that T-shirt, right?
Yeah, the t-shirt was dope. T-shirt was super sick. Probably one
That
of my
was worth.
favorite fucking t-shirts. Yeah, that t-shirt was worth the 2-hour wait. If I had to wait in line to not play the demo just for that t-shirt, I think I'd do it again. That t-shirt is actually sick. It has the RPD police logo on the front with blood spattered and fucking handprints. And then if you lift the bottom and you put it over your face, it has a zombie's face.
OD.
So you see the zombie, and the whole thing is like glow in the dark too. The RPD logo is glow in the dark. I remember I did that shit once, or no, my wife said she was doing laundry once, and she turned the shirt inside out and got scared
Unbelievable.
because she saw the zombie's face. It's the same zombie that you see in the store when Leon in the shop, the gas station shop.
Yeah.
That's the first zombie you see. That's the one that's on the shirt. That shit's godlike. Oh man, that's my favorite shirt.
God,
She
I
got hella
that
scared.
for, bro. I'm just slowly taking it in.
It's so good.
Well, it's good. I just finished it today, but yeah, I need y'all to finish this up so we can talk about it.
I'll probably have it done by like next week.
Yeah.
The problem is going for all the
Maybe.
treasures and stuff is what's taking all my
yeah.
time. 'Cause I feel like if I just played it
Yeah,
just to get through
But
it,
you know, but
I would
you-
definitely
but-
do
Those
fast.
shits are godlike. Some of those shits are actually godlike.
Yeah, but that's
you know
part of the
what, though?
experience
Like,
too, though.
you're gonna replay that game anyways, so it's not even.
I forgot. I think it's in chapter 5. There was a side quest in that shit that was OD.
I'm absolutely gonna replay the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too good, man. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, I'm more partial. Like, you know, it's pretty well documented, but the RE4 of original is not my favorite, but I don't deny that it did change gaming. Like, you know, but yeah, I just preferred like the older ones.
This might be a
Or,
better podcast question, but do you think that they're actually gonna do a Code Veronica remake next?
No, they're doing 5.
Absolutely not. Nope. Yeah,
They're doing 5.
I don't think they're doing. I don't think they're doing Code Veronica at
It's
all
already
because I
confirmed
don't
they're
think
doing
they
5.
believe.
Really? God damn it.
Who confirmed? Who confirmed it?
The game.
Well, what do you mean? Just because?
You didn't see? Oh, I'm not
Oh
gonna.
no,
Yeah,
no spoilers. No
no,
spoilers.
I beat the
Yeah.
game. I saw
He
it,
beat the
but-
game. No spoilers. No spoilerino.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily. I mean,
I feel like Code Veronica would make sense though, because if they go from RE2
Yes.
remake to RE3 remake to RE4 remake, because RE4 remake is Leon's story post RE2, so why wouldn't they do Claire's story post RE2, right?
No, because Claire's story takes place literally right after RE2. Leon's
True.
takes place 6 years.
Leon's takes
after
place
everything.
years, but they do a little fancy cutscene that shows you what Leon went through. Why can't they just
They're
go
gonna want to
straight to
get all the
Claire?
money. They're gonna want to keep the momentum up, get all the money. Like RE4,
They
they're
don't
gonna go straight into
believe-
5. Like,
Do they not
might do
believe
They
in
Code
don't
Code
believe
Veronica?
They don't believe
Like-
Code Veronica is gonna sell. I straight up.
Oh,
They don't
I-
believe
I
it.
don't think.
I
That-
think a Code
think that's
Veronica
partially
remake
it.
would do really well, though. I think it would do better than they expect.
I'm not going to lie.
Like-
to you. They need to remake that game and not call it Code
Yeah,
Veronica.
absolutely.
It just needs to be called something else. Like they need to do
Res-
like
Resident Evil 3.5.
I don't know. Like they gotta do I don't know. Like they gotta call it something else because what they're doing is smart.
well,
right?
you know
they're going
what?
from numbered
What-
game to numbered game because that's how.
Why don't they just call it? Why don't
Like-
they just call it Revelations? Resident Evil Revelations.
But Revelations
something.
didn't sell like that either because people don't
true.
care. Like people care about the numbered games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? They care about like the numbered like main line game. Like they're probably scared of taking the risk right now. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it after they remake all the fucking the main games like 5. If they remake 6, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
Here we
But
go. Here we go. Resident
Well,
Evil.
but the
Resident
thing
Evil 4
is,
remake. Claire's
if anyone
story.
needs a remake, 6 needs more of a remake than 5.
6
let's be
needs a
honest.
like an update or remaster or something like that. Like it doesn't need like a
'Cause
full blown remake.
To be fair, 5 I think still kind of holds up. Like in terms of graphics, like that
Oh, it
game is
does,
still
but
pretty.
you're gonna be getting a remake of that. Like, there's no way they're not remaking that game. Because I think 4 still,
Well,
even though 4 was like,
but here's the thing: if they take out the co-op element, I'm gonna be legit fucking pissed off.
That's a
I
good-
don't think they would.
Oh, I don't
That was a huge
know.
selling point of that game back. in the
I
day.
don't know.
Yes, the
don't
top selling
know,
co-op
bro.
game ever. If they take out co-op, I'm gonna be legit mad.
I'll
still
don't
play
think
it.
they would. I don't think they will.
But
I think that's the way they
I
get
will
away
be-
with it, though, right? Like Resident Evil 5 remake, but it's like literally like, because the thing is, we were saying the same exact thing about 4 when they announced
Mhm.
4. They were like, 4 remake, oh, it doesn't need a remake, it's still good. 4 remake came out, people
but
just
it
like
didn't need
10
a
out of
remake.
10. This
Yeah,
game's
that's what I
got
was
like, it
saying.
didn't, it didn't.
We had this conversation. I was saying it. I was like, yeah, it doesn't need a remake,
It
but
doesn't need a remake.
why not?
So 5 doesn't technically need a remake, but if they do it, why not do
It'd
it
be
the
good.
exact same way they did 4? Just expand upon the graphics,
Motherfucker, you know
keep
what they gonna
everything
do.
the same,
Well,
make
the
it
thing
co-op.
is-
They're gonna release 5.
It
and then they're gonna
better
make
be
5
fucking co-op.
They're gonna make 5 co-op like or multiplayer and like some separate bullshit or whatever. Like who knows? Like it wouldn't make any sense for them to not put co-op in the one game that pretty much introduced co-op to the series. That was the whole experience for me. Like it was fun playing through a single player. But
No,
This-
but it's a
co-op was
completely
godlike.
different game.
Like
It's like plus 3 points playing that game.
anytime you
with
hear
someone
about
else.
somebody playing that game or talking about that game, they always talk
Mhm.
about how they played a co-op.
This is
Like,
where
you
it
never hear
gets.
anybody talk about a single player.
This is where it gets fishy now, because
And I hate co-op.
the next two
Like,
installments
I
are
love co-op.
co-op centric games. So
Yep.
this is where they're at the crossroads now, where it's like, if we're gonna do this, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep the philosophy the same, or are we gonna go in a
Goddamn,
different
I need
direction?
you guys to finish RE4 remake because there's
It's
certain aspects I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it because
No,
you
I
guys are
feel
not
you.
far
I
enough.
feel you. We'll do that.
You can wait till next Thursday.
That might be
Ah, you
episode
bet-
1
you
of an
guys better
official
make some progress.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has to be. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like 5 over. Even though I don't feel like it needs it at all. I'd
Bruh.
much rather take a Dino Crisis. I would much rather take a Code Veronica.
I'm
even
It's
so
though-
all
and
primal though.
I'd much rather just have a brand new game. Like if you want me to be honest,
Oh,
I
Resident
don't
Evil
care about
9.
remakes.
I'm
I don't care about remakes. Like
I'm 100% down for Resident
yeah,
Evil 9.
I'd rather just have a new
100%.
game. Like stop wasting development time on remakes. Just make new games. Like so that's just me.
I think they've reached a point where they could stop doing remakes. I mean, if
None
they
of
do
these
Code
games need
Veronica, they
remakes.
could do
Yeah,
Code
like-
Veronica, but they don't need to do 5 and 6.
Like the only one that I would like could use a remake is 0. And then but for 0, it would be like put co-op in the game because that game was meant for co-op.
Like 4 didn't need it,
But they did
four is
put co-op.
still like top 3
Wait.
most iconic games of all time. So
Zero,
why wouldn't they remake it? Like,
Zero's good, right? But like,
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
No,
What if-
Zero's
what
good,
if-
but it would be so much better as a co-op game because it was meant to be that. They just didn't
So-
have the right system in place.
God damn. Would you think it would be in the realm of possibility where they do a Resident Evil Zero and it's a combined remake of Zero and Code Veronica in
Nah,
some
Nah.
fashion?
Because one of those fan bases is gonna be mad.
They're
Well,
obviously
not
going to be
even-
mad,
not-
but
not
you
even-
know what?
Like
Not even that, but like those are requiring 2 different, completely different assets.
I will
Yeah,
tell you
that's-
this,
One is
RE0 is way less likely to get a remake than Code Veronica is. We don't-
like
nobody wants that, nobody
RE1
needs that.
is likely to get a remake over.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Do
Like,
you
Zero
do you
don't need that
think
shit.
so
Like,
though? I
get outta
think
here.
Zero would be an ideal remake because it's a numbered one.
I mean, I would like it,
I feel like
but
the ideal remake needs an iconic character, and Code Veronica has that. What's it called? Zero did not.
oh,
Like,
you mean Steve?
no, yeah, right. Like, come on, like.
Sorry
Code
about
Veronica,
that.
Code Veronica is more iconic than Zero is because just familiarity, like with characters and all that shit. Like that's what sells. I'm sorry, that's what sells these games. That's why RE7 was kind of got backlash because no one gave a fuck about Ethan. It didn't have any of the familiar characters people came to like love in the series. There was no Leon. There was nobody. They had like malnourished Chris at the end. Like
True.
so.
Yeah, but it ended up being one of their best-selling ones eventually.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
but-
I know what's
but,
next.
But initially, that was a lot of
Yeah,
backlash.
yeah,
It was like-
absolutely. I felt that way. I didn't play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I'll straight up say.
They were
I
like,
didn't
"Yo,
play
where my
Resident Evil 7.
characters at?" So that's clearly a huge thing. So I feel like Code Veronica would infinitely has more of a chance of getting a remake
Well,
than fucking Zero.
The other problem that Resident Evil has that people aren't really talking about is how much they're accelerating the timeline.
Mhm.
And like all our characters are gonna be like fucking 60 at some point.
Good,
Like-
it don't matter. Jill gonna be doing backflips and somersaults and shit all the rest of her life.
well,
Yeah.
you know what they
Like-
said for Jill though, because
Mhm.
you know that new Resident Evil movie is coming out, right? The CG shit.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
So apparently they were saying that because she got affected with the T virus and cured, it
Yeah, yeah.
actually slowed down her age. So that's how they're keeping her in her prime, quote unquote.
Okay, Nina.
Without, because she'd be like fucking 60 like Chris. Like,
Isn't that what they
Alright.
did with
Like-
Wesker too?
yeah, well, Wesker didn't live long enough to. Whoops, sorry, spoilers.
Yo, RE5 remake. That cutscene at the end where you fighting Whisker and he teleporting around like a G.
Bro,
Oh,
oh, my
see,
God.
every- the more I think about this game,
Yeah.
the more I think about RE5, the more I want a remake. We don't need it. Don't care. That game is godlike.
I
You
love
know
that
what?
game, but if they take
Like-
out the co-op, I'm gonna be legit salty because that's what made the game.
That
They're-
shit was so sick.
They're gonna do Resident Evil 7 remake. And we're just gonna come
Alright, get
full
out.
circle.
No, there's no way. That shit doesn't even make any sense. 'Cause-
All right, get out of here, bro.
Nah,
RE7 and
RE7
and Village was great, but I feel like those two games are gonna be forgotten about in like 5-6 years.
yeah, I
Like-
already forgotten about Village, bro. Well,
The
I
thing
like, I
about-
like,
Great.
I
Village was
Like,
great.
Village
Yeah.
was fire.
The thing about RE7,
I didn't like
But-
the Village DLC though. It was like, it was alright.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count, right? But like the games, Village and 7 were good, but in like,
But
the
I
context
kind of
of
wanted to
Resident
go back
Evil,
to the formula. I want like
Yeah,
the
exactly, like-
characters and
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Like,
like
yeah.
in the context of Resident Evil, those games are gonna be forgotten.
the thing about RE7 though is it came out, it was solely focused as a VR experience.
The VR is 10 out of 10. Best. It's still
If
the
you
best VR game I think
play that game in VR,
in VR. Yeah,
that
people got
shit
legit freaked
is
out.
absolutely mind-blowing of a game.
But that's not connecting you to Resident Evil though. That's like a separate experience.
No,
right?
That's
Resident Evil 7 is a very
like-
small story. Like
Like,
you know, like
What-
like
that
in
has
terms
not-
of like Resident Evil, 7 and Village feel like spin-offs more than like actual like Resident Evil games to me at least. Like,
Yes, because the story elements in 7 and Village, without getting into spoilers, also because I don't really remember it that deeply, because but there's a story
What?
within. There's a story in 7 and Village that has to
Of
do
course.
with the main line, but it's
Oh,
not.
and
it's
Village.
it's not.
Village definitely connects everything together. but,
Yeah,
like, Resident
Village
Evil
puts
7
everything
alone
together.
doesn't really,
It-
other than like Chris showed up. At the
Yeah,
end.
it. The only way 7 does it is because Chris showed up and it has its DLC where you play as Chris and you got the fucking VR experience with Chris.
Look,
But
bro.
Right.
anemic Chris,
Mhm.
non-steroid. See, that's when he stopped taking steroids because BCAA
Yeah.
started testing.
Can't punch boulders anymore.
No,
And,
but
and then Village, he was like, "Hold on, I'm back. I had to take some
he said,
steroids real quick."
he said, all right, guys, I'm back. Just had to pump up my steroids real quick.
We all beat Village though, right?
Yeah, Village was dope.
beat the
I like
Yo,
Village.
the part where you play
Village
as
was
Chris, yeah, that shit made me so hype.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. It was action as fuck, but that shit was just like, oh my.
Yeah, it was
that
dope.
game
Yes.
that game took a turn at that end point, and you know what, that's fucking cool. I wish more games would do that because that's a risk, right? Like your game is a certain type of game, it's survival horror, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, this later half is just legit fucking
Well,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
To be fair though, they kind of did that. Like that's what Chris is kind of like known for though. So like,
Yeah,
it made
no,
sense. It didn't
I
like
loved
not fit
it.
in the game. Like
No,
Chris's
yeah.
sections in RE was it 6? In RE6 were way more
6,
fucking
5,
Yeah.
6, 5,
6,
yeah.
5, and
Whenever Chris is playable, it's always like that. So it's not like that was like out of nowhere.
But it makes
made
sense
sense.
because he
Yeah.
has the most bioterror experience out of
Yeah, it
fucking
makes sense.
anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I
Cool.
mean?
Like,
Like,
imagine
for
if it
him,
was
it's like fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So who would you say is the main character of Resident Evil?
Chris. 100% Chris.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. With Village,
I mean, like, don't
it's
get me
gotta be
wrong.
Chris.
If you're
I
looking
like
at the whole
Leon.
shit,
With
yeah,
Village, I've got
The whole
it.
shit's
It's
Chris.
got to be Chris. Yeah,
I
Chris
think
is the
and
main
Jill.
line.
Yeah.
Like,
Jill less so only because she hasn't
yeah,
been
of course,
included
less so.
lately.
Yeah. But I say like
Um,
after Chris, I think it's Jill.
Yeah.
Like, and then Leon,
Jill.
Leon
Yeah,
third for
then
sure.
Leon.
and then Claire.
Leon third for sure.
Yeah, and the stepsister
Yeah.
Claire.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad how Claire gets the shaft.
Bro, we still need to
I
beat
miss her, bro.
Revelations too. God
Oh, yeah,
damn,
true,
bro.
true, true.
Like,
Yeah. I miss Claire.
The way
bro.
he said that, I miss her, bro.
she's in
Yo, I
Revelations
love
too.
Claire, bro. Bro,
Claire's
I,
cool.
I wish they would remake Code Veronica.
but
I know
you know,
people
they
don't like
really
that game.
explain.
When I
No,
was a kid
it's
and I
not that
played
I don't
RE2,
like the
and she
game.
was like,
It's just
"Sorry."
it's just
thought
a
she was
lot of
hella cute.
backtracking. It's just a lot of backtracking where it doesn't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it feels like padding.
I think a remake could fix that. Like, it's
Of
just
what?
like,
Yes.
Oh, Code Veronica?
Look,
yeah.
no one's here arguing against a remake of Code Veronica isn't what that game needs. It absolutely does, and it absolutely would help the game.
I
They
think
probably
I
will
just don't
do
think-
it, but it's not going to be the next game.
I think it
like,
would be
yeah.
so successful if they actually.
I don't.
Did it, bro.
I don't know.
I think people
know.
would
I think
buy
it would be
it.
successful. I don't
I
think it's
think-
not going to sell like RE4 or 2, 3 remake, of course, but I think it'll do fine. If it's good, I think it'll be.
You know what
They
though?
have so much momentum going on right now. Like,
I mean,
between,
I mean, Chris is in the game, right? So maybe.
Bro, they have so much momentum for the RE series. Capcom in general has so much
I mean-
momentum for all their games right now that they could put out a game and it'll succeed if it's good. Period. Like,
I don't really remember beat for beat Code Veronica, right?
I don't need
I
it. That's
do.
why I want a remake of it.
But like, let's say it's a situation like RE3 remake, right, where it was a short ass game because
That was a
they cut some content and they did that.
But you know what?
But if they did the same thing,
because that was a B team. That wasn't the main devs making that game. That was
Hold
some random team
on,
making it.
hold on though. On that note, like I know people complain about the cut content in 3, but can we at least agree that at least the story points, the writing, the characters were better written? Like
was
there was
fine.
some cool. Yeah, the gameplay
the game
was
was
like
fine.
pretty
Like-
cool. It's just like a lot of people are just I don't know too harsh on the game. I feel you know. what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
I
it's not
think-
the
It was
worst.
a little underwhelming coming from RE2 remake. I will say that, but it was still
yes. I
Like-
think the remake aspect about it was excellent, and all they really did was trim the fat, but they kind of they cut a little too deep in trimming the fat. You know what I mean?
My only problem was the scripted nemesis. That was my only.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes
but
and no.
yes, you know why they did that though,
Of
right?
course,
Because
but-
everyone was
but I
complaining
don't
about
care
Mr.
casuals.
X.
Yeah, I don't care about
I'm
casuals,
fucking
right?
Yeah, I
Because back in the
know.
day,
No, Capcom absolutely shouldn't have done that shit.
when I played
'Cause I want-
RE3,
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
ass, I was shitting myself playing that fucking game. Because I didn't know what the
Yes.
hell this man was. I didn't know where he was gonna be. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I
RE3
think-
was that was way too scripted. And yeah,
I
Mr.
think they
X, like,
should have had mixed sections where some sections he's just roaming and some sections he's scripted. I think
Just
that
been
would have
like
made
Mr.
the
X.
game infinitely
they already
better.
had it in the
Yeah.
engine.
Well,
They
they
could-
were gonna do it that way because I could tell like this game was built for them for Nemesis to just be around all the
Absolutely.
time. And I think at the last second they changed it because all the negative reception people were
Yeah, it
complaining
would've
about,
been too hard.
oh,
It would've
Mr.
been, quote,
X is
unquote,
too
too hard.
hard,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
blah 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 blah. And for those fuckers on Twitter who said that, fuck you.
I mean, to be honest though,
True.
right? Like, I feel like they should have at least made it so when you up the difficulty, it changed that aspect of the game. They could have left it like that on the normal and the easy and shit like that. But when you went to like hardcore and fucking like all the infernos and all that shit, they should have changed it because I don't know anybody that actually legitimately complained about Mr. X being like, yeah, I heard the complaints about him being like annoying and hard and shit, but I don't think that detracted from the game for anybody. You know what I mean? That was part of the whole experience to me. That's the whole fucking point.
Remember the
What?
rumor that they had that Nemesis was going to be able to enter save rooms?
Oh my god! I mean, he entered my safe room. He glitched into my shit, so I guess
Oh,
I
he
gotta
did?
Yeah,
blame
no, he
y'all.
did. No,
Like-
I got a clip. Remember,
Yeah.
you guys.
I must
Dude,
have got the pre-alpha version.
Post that
because
shit.
motherfucker was
Let's
in my
find
safe
that
rooms.
shit. Let's find it. Because he
Like-
wasn't
No,
supposed
this-
to enter
He's
save
not supposed to
rooms.
enter save room, but he fucking went in mine, bro.
Mr. X ran into my shit too in RE2 remake. He did that shit on stream. I had to clip of that shit too. That motherfucker ran into the safe room. Like,
No, because it's funny because other streamers were fucking making fun of this motherfucker, and then like I'm like, all right, I didn't even test him. He was like, nah,
he
you
reached through the
think you're
door.
safe in there?
I think that's when they changed their mind though, Fala. I think they were just once that leaked that it was like fucking Nemesis can enter save rooms. That's when all the backlash came, and that's when they
Did it
probably
really?
changed
No,
it.
No,
Hearing backlash about it.
no. 'Cause-
People were
yeah,
mad
no.
about that. People were mad.
People were
that,
complaining about the Mr. X. You're not talking about the Nemesis thing. 'cause we
No,
didn't know
I'm
about the
talking
Nemesis
about
thing
when
until the
they
game
were-
was out.
No, when they confirmed that Resident Evil 3 remake was in production. There was like a
Mhm.
few months later that they talked about Nemesis because everyone was like, "Is Nemesis gonna operate like Mr. X?" And there was a whole
should've.
bunch of shit, and we talked about it. And there was a leak that it was like, not only is Nemesis gonna operate like Mr. X, but he's also gonna be able to enter save rooms. There's no safe space for you. There was a leak
Really?
about that shit, and then people complain to all hell. And I think
Fuck
that's when they
these
changed their fucking
guys,
mind
dude.
about that
Because
and
they
then
for
made it.
sure changed that.
Yeah.
100%. Because the game looks like Nemesis should be able to come around all everywhere. Blah blah
Yup.
blah blah blah. Like the game looks built for that, and at the last second they changed it, and that's why the game feels like a shell of its former self sometimes because of that.
I
Because
think we're
imagine
arguing
if
two
they
different
had.
things because being able to go into safe rooms is kind of stupid.
I mean, I'm listen.
That's why it's called a safe
I don't
room.
know, but nah,
That's
but
literally
you
why
know
they're called
what?
safe
But
rooms.
no, but you know what? There's a balance to that shit because there was a lot of people. All they would do was just be in the fucking safe room, and I feel like to
Yeah,
one
but
up,
that's what you did in the old
Neme-
games.
yeah, but to one up, like Mr. X, what he did in RE2 remake. What's the next level of what Nemesis could do that fucking Mr. X didn't do?
There's
Go
yeah,
into
there's
I
safe
mean,
there's
but the
there's
thing
a
was the next step was the fact that Nemesis was way more aggressive. The only problem was
Yeah.
that you knew where he was gonna be. That was the issue. The big issue was that he was scripted. If you didn't know where he was gonna end up, that would have been way more scary because he was way more aggressive than Mr. X was. Mr. X just walked around, doop, 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 doop. You knew you heard him, you knew where he was. This motherfucking Nemesis was sprinting across rooms and shit. Like bruh. Nemesis
yeah, he
wasn't
was
playing.
he was leaping across
he was jumping
areas.
through walls,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
he was
Nemesis was
rubber he
crazy.
was doing the Mario Kart rubber band.
If anything, I feel like Mr. X warranted being able to go into safe rooms more than Nemesis, because Nemesis was just jump in the safe room and you'd be dead. Like,
I think they needed that's where the balance
Like-
needed to be. But there's an easy way
Just make it
around that
unscripted.
though. There's an easy way around that shit though. sound
Yeah,
design.
well, what I'm saying is that the game
make it
was meant
unscripted.
to be unscripted.
Yeah,
It was
exactly,
meant
yeah.
to be,
Yeah.
but they changed it at the last minute. Like,
Yeah.
because the game feels. That's all I was saying.
Look,
The game kind of feels that way. Like,
if they actually were, because they're great in the sound design department. Let's say
Yeah,
they
10 out of
kept
10.
Did y'all turn that sound option on at RE4 that like makes the bass on the fucking gunshots and shit like higher? There's a setting for that.
You gotta let me know which one it is, and I'll check.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, I don't
specific
know.
setting for it, and it makes the sound effects of the guns like more crunchy, and it's ridiculous.
Ooh. But like my point being is like Mr. X was a motherfucker, but you knew when he was around because of the good sound design.
oh, the stomp, yeah.
Yeah, all I'm saying, not even just the stomp, it's just the music. When you're being chased,
Sometimes
there's a
because
music,
sometimes you could go through a door into the main hall, he would literally be right next
and
to
he'd
you.
be right there. Yeah, so that's a surprise. But if, like, let's say you're in a section of the game where if you're in a save room, you're not safe. If they keep that music pumping, you know that. You know what I mean? You may not know that initially, but once you experience it, you're like, oh shit, the music hasn't stopped. I'm not safe here. But then
I'm
there's
gonna lie to
sometimes that you are.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love like bullshit and I love hard difficulty, but I think that kind of exceeds my level of bullshit. Like, I do not want a motherfucker in my safe room. I'm sorry, like that's why they've always been called safe rooms since RE1.
But the thing is, yes,
Bro,
I agree, but it's also like it's only in select situations.
For the most
you know
part,
what I mean?
But when he broke that rule for that one safe room,
Yeah.
I was
you thought it was a bug though.
Yo,
like that shit doesn't happen normally.
Like, I don't know. That motherfucker just came in like super casual.
Wait, time out. In RE3 remake, there were certain rooms that weren't, even though they had a save point, they weren't safe for Nemesis.
Yeah, but that doesn't count though. Like, there are legitimate
It doesn't
safe
count
rooms in the games that are meant to be like
yes.
Like,
yes, like what I'm saying is, like, let's say there's a typical
like
room.
RE4 has that. RE4 has that where there's like certain save points in certain areas that aren't necessarily safe rooms. Like, that makes sense because those aren't labeled as safe rooms. I don't want a motherfucker coming into a room where I open the door closes, it's locked, it's a safe room, and there's a what's it called? A storage box, like you know how you recognize a safe room.
Yeah.
Like there's a storage box. There's the fucking typewriter, and then maybe there's some items or whatever sitting around. That's how you can tell.
Well,
like,
let me put it to you this way, right? Like, let's say yes, that room has always been, because the thing is, that's the thing about RE games, right? Like, you find your safe room that's kind of central to everything, and you kind of operate from there.
Yep.
You go do an objective, you come back to the safe room. Whether or not you save is a different thing, because you may not save because you're like, I'm gonna do this task, then go out and do another task, and then come back, and then I'll save, right? So let's say in that room that's always been safe to you, at some point in the game, it's a sequence where he's chasing you, and now it's no longer safe. And the way you know it's no longer safe is because the music doesn't stop. When you enter a safe room, the music usually goes into the safe room music. But let's say like he's chasing you, and at this point, the music stays. So you're saving, and you're like, why is this music still pumping? Of course, the game has its own initial pause because you're saving, but then you see this motherfucker come through the door, and then you're fucked.
That would be
but it's only through this. The thing is, it's only during certain. It's still scripted, but it's unscripted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he can only enter during that section of the game. So in order for you to actually be safe, you need to go to another safe room, because then you're out of his like range. I mean, I don't know how that works development wise, but I think immersion wise, I think that fucks you up as a player. You're like, if I go to this other safe room across the fucking map, I get safe room music, but if I go to this one by my objective, he's coming for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the only way to like make that not bullshit is to make it so that like RE4, there's a fucking autosave every 2 seconds, which that's one of the things I actually don't like about RE4. That's a small thing, but I'm not a fan of having autosaves in RE game. I want to feel like that tension of, oh shit, is there a safe room nearby? Oh, I'm about to die. Is there a safe room close? If there's not, I'm fucked. Like, I don't want an autosave. I don't like that at all. Like,
It's a checkpoint system, yeah.
that takes away from the experience to me. And the only way for you to, I feel like, have it so that like the safe rooms aren't 100% safe all the time is to have autosaves. Because what if I'm stocked up? I just found a bunch of items. I know where I'm going. Is I have it planned out. Like that's the whole part of RE. Like sometimes you can go into a safe room. You're like, oh wait, I wonder if this zombie has is one of the zombies gonna drop like an item or something. You go out the safe room, kill him, drop the items, go back into the safe room, put it in the storage. Like that's part of the whole planning process of like, especially on the harder difficulties, you gotta plan shit like that out. So like, let's say you go in, you got the plan like straight, right? And you want to go in and you can't go in, and the motherfucker comes in and kills you. That will piss people off, bruh. Like, and they gotta go across the map to go find, or they'd have to make more safe rooms if that's the case, which I think is a problem as well.
I think it's definitely a balancing aspect as far as like the chase sequence, because
Yeah, you have to make
it's
more
definitely it's got to flow with the story because it depends on what your objective is. RE4 is definitely different of a game because it is like heavily objective. People don't actually realize this.
You know what they'd have
It's
to do?
heavily
You know
objective
what's the easy
based.
way to do that? An easy way to notify people that they're doing that is just you go into a safe room, right?
Mhm.
And then you leave and you come back and the motherfucker like breaks the door down, so there's no door anymore, right? So then you know, oh wait, this isn't the safe room anymore, or some
Yeah,
bullshit
no,
like
that's
that.
that's
Like,
That's actually a
excellent.
pretty cool idea.
That's a pretty good
Like,
idea. Yeah.
yeah, like because then you have like a visual indication that you can't do that anymore. Like the music, you have to. That's relying on people actually being smart and reacting to things that are happening in cues in the game. No,
Yeah.
most of these motherfuckers are not that smart. Like.
You know
Most
that
of
would
these
actually
motherfuckers can't even hear an ultimate going off in Overwatch when it's just loud as fuck.
that
Like, come
would
on.
that would actually be a good point in a section of the game where you're gonna move on to the next area.
Mhm.
So it's like objective wise, yeah, that safe room's not safe anymore, but if you continue with the story beats, you're moving to the next area anyway.
Yeah.
However,
Just let
if
the
you're not
motherfucker
ready,
bust up the fucking save room, no typewriter, bust up the storage box, and then you know, oh shit, I can't go here. This is fun.
Yeah.
Like that would be fire. Like,
yeah. But you could also go to an if you're like really heavy into exploration and you haven't fucking found something, there's another save room that you go to where the music will change and you'll be safe again.
because think about it this way, right? Like Souls games, the safe rooms are technically your bonfires, right? They're not
Yeah, your
necessarily
bonfires.
safe rooms, but that
They're
feeling
safe-
when you're like
They're
stuck
safe
in a new area.
areas.
Yeah, when you're like stuck in a new area and you're exploring and you're getting chased or you're getting fucked, the first thought is, oh man, I hope there's a bonfire nearby. You know what I mean? Like that's how like safe rooms are.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
how
limited
supposed
it's
to
a
feel. It's like,
limited
oh, man, I
radius
hope-
though too.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Like-
thing. Like it's a radius aspect where it's like
Yeah.
if I stray from this, I'm not safe. But if I come back, I am safe.
Yeah.
What if it's not safe? And you go back to a
That shit-
previous
That shit
one.
would be OD.
Yeah, but the thing is it's rules. It's based on it because the thing is it works on that same radius system. If there's a radius where I'm safe, and if that enemy is nearby and I'm not safe, because there are some saves that the bonfire fucking turns off because
Yeah, that's
There's-
just OD. Yeah,
there's
yeah,
somebody, you see what I'm saying? There's somebody near you
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
bonfire turns off so you don't have access to it.
Yeah.
But if you go far enough away, it comes back. I think that aspect of things, that perimeter
Yeah.
is kind of crazy. Like I think
That'd
that's
be
something
cool.
that could be played with in Resident Evil games.
I do want Resident Evil to feel more like a survival horror game because to me, it never really has. The only game, obviously this is subjective, but the only Resident Evil game that actually felt like an actual survival horror game was RE1. Like
Yes.
RE1 and 3 kind of and 7. Like those were the only games that really felt like survival like horror game where I feel
7
like,
for the
oh,
first
shit, if I'm
half.
around this corner, I'm scared as fuck.
I think the second half of 7 it kind of like makes that turn where it's like now action game, you know?
like RE1 just maybe I'm just so biased to RE1. RE1 is just that's such a fucking beautiful game, bro. Like
It's a good game. It's
They
a
need to
hard game.
remake
That's
that game.
that's a hard game. Not for nothing. That game's not
Right.
easy.
that's the best game That's like the best RE.
That game has challenges straight away. Like you really have to be managing your inventory and what objective you're
Paula,
doing.
what's your favorite RE game?
Mine,
Yeah.
man, probably RE remake,
Yeah,
First
so
one?
RE1. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Frank, what's your favorite?
2,
Yeah, two. Yeah.
two and Outbreak for sure.
Hey.
Up there
Outbreak
for
doesn't
me.
count.
Then
Outbreak doesn't count.
5,
Yeah.
then 5.
Yeah. Damn, bro. Just give me
I think-
RE1 remake.
Initially, mine was 2.
I guess, but I feel like that game would be like an hour long doing it in that
Dead ass.
context.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, RE3 should have been an hour long. Like RE3
It
hella
was.
short. True, it was.
Initially, mine was 2. I was so obsessed with 2 to the point where I bought a PlayStation guide of the game when I was younger. I bought it off somebody, like the Prima guides.
Yeah.
I bought it off somebody because they had announced that they were doing a port of RE2 for N64, and I had N64. So I bought the guide just because I wanted to like read, not to see what was happening in the game, but it was more so just to read about the game. That's how like obsessed I was about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. For me, it was like I had RE1, but I would never go beyond the first room in RE1 because I was scared as a kid.
Yep. Sounds
But
like
then
me.
I could be RE2 as a kid. So I got closer when I was a kid. I liked RE2 because I could beat it. I did really well at it, and I did the cool geeky shit where we had 2 TVs. Like my friend would bring a TV. I would play Leon A, and he would play Claire B, and then we would reverse it. He would play Claire A, and I would play Leon B at the same time. We would like make it where, like, if we meet in the game, like the cutscenes, like it's exactly the same. Like
Yeah,
we do super
that
geek
proves my
shit like
point
that.
just bro, RE1 was just straight up just dread, bro. RE1
Yeah, no,
was just,
but then
was some
as an
survival
adult,
horror
when I
game.
came
Like,
back to
damn.
that game,
Yeah.
yeah, because you didn't know what the fuck to do.
RE1
'Cause
was
the game didn't give you
wild,
no
bro.
thing. It was just like, all right, bro, figure this shit out. like,
Yeah.
you know, but the RE1, what I like about it, like growing up now, it's more of a detective thing. Like I know we know the shit now,
Yeah.
but it's like
That
really
game's
like
still
you're
scary
supposed to
as
have.
shit. Bro, I
Mhm.
could play that game
Yeah.
5 times, and that game will still fuck me up. Like, I want to stream it again. Like,
Yeah, you should.
That
I would
game is
love to
crazy.
see you play those games. I actually think it's mad
I
insane
think
watching you play these games.
RE4 remake is actually fucking godlike compared to the original game. Like, I like the original game. I love the original game.
Okay,
But
so
4 remake?
I like RE4 remake over RE4 100%.
Absolutely. RE4 remake, just the whole tone of the
That's-
game is what RE4 should have been.
That's kind of
think they know that.
ridiculous.
Like,
Yeah.
the fact
So
that
I
they were
think they
able to make a
succeeded.
remake that I feel like excels over the original game, as iconic as the original game was, is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they did that shit, but kudos to them, because damn, like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we
Tone
were
change.
so
Like, it's
against
just
the
the
remake
tone.
initially, right? We were
Like,
just like, this doesn't need
I
a
think I was the
remake.
only one that didn't care.
Well,
I was
well,
like, it didn't need one,
it also,
but whatever.
yeah. I mean, I felt the same way you did, Despair. I was
Yeah.
like, look, it doesn't need one, but
I'll take
hell
it.
if I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, right?
Like, I'm gonna take it.
You know, I think I said that shit. I was like, because remember, I was super hard on like, we need a Dino Crashers remake, we need a Code Veronica remake, blah blah blah. But
Yeah, like, I want remakes
we're
to games
probably
that
gonna
aren't
get the
popular right
RE4 remake. I know we're gonna get the RE4 remake, and like, am I excited about it? No. Am I gonna play it? Yes, and I did that.
Like,
Fucking
RE4 to me is the
$70.
equivalent. RE4 remake is the equivalent of FF7 remake to me, right? Like, those
Yeah,
games
I
are-
feel
are
like it
so
was the
iconic.
easy button. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it was the easy button. Like I feel like it
Yeah.
was the easy route for them to.
Those games
go.
are so iconic that that's like that's the game you remake when there's an emergency. They didn't even have to remake RE4 right now. They could have waited. They could have waited until they were in
Yeah,
the drought.
I don't
making
know.
No money. Like,
Yeah. When they were like near bankrupt, I was like, all right, it's time
Yeah.
to hit that RE4 remake.
right?
You know
Break
what
the
I'm
glass. Boom. RE4 remake. Like,
Yeah,
pull the
but
fire
you know,
alarm. Like,
they're on a fucking renaissance right now. Capcom is.
Capcom
so.
is it's like bittersweet for me because I was shitting on Capcom for the better part of like
10
last
years.
decade, right? Like since like 2010, 2009, 2010, Street Fighter 4 was the only game from them. Marvel 3 was okay, but Street Fighter 4 was like that game.
I mean, Street Fighter Cross Tekken was technically the last game where they put like a triple A effort into.
But the thing was, their fighting games were all until Street Fighter 5 and like MVCI and stuff. Their fighting games, it was like the opposite, right? Their fighting games were on top. Everything else was kind of ass. Like they were doing like Lost Planet 1, 2, 3. Lost
Planet 2 is fire, by the way.
Lost Planet 2 was fire. Lost Planet 1 was okay. Lost Planet 3 was meh.
I said 2. I said Lost Planet 2 was fire.
No, I'm just saying like that's an exception. Because overall that series didn't do what they would have wanted it to do. True. That Bionic Commando remake, meh. Strider was okay. Like
Strider was good. I enjoyed it.
What was the other game? They did a Surf Craft and they had another game. Remember Me.
Oh, Remember Me. I did play that game. That game was kind of basic.
Remember Me was good.
Exactly. That's
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but it was.
That's the perfect way to explain
Remember
it.
Me was
Capcom
good,
was just making basic bullshit.
Yeah.
Like they were just tossing out basic games that had like minimal effort put into them. And now it just looks like I don't know who the fuck they got. I don't know what they doing, but they're like, all right, motherfuckers, step it up. What the fuck we all doing last decade?
They cracked the whip after bounce with the home or the room or the living room.
Well, you know what happened was that they were tired of being shit on where everyone else was making good fighting games, quote unquote.
Yo,
I think they wanted to reclaim their title, bro.
I think DMC5 and RE2 remake started that shit.
RE2 remake, yeah, RE2
no,
remake.
Actually, no, I'm lying. Fucking
no, Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. It was Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter brought in the money,
Hunter, bro.
And then they, at the same time as Monster Hunter, before Monster Hunter, they had the RE. That's when they had the RE1 remake, right?
Yeah.
And so they had RE1 remake.
Flew under the radar.
Yeah,
no.
Remember, like, no. Like, so first it was Monster Hunter remake. They released a port of RE1 remake. Because remember, RE1 remake, as we know now, was a port of the remake for the GameCube
it was a port of the GameCube version to PC
Capcom
and PS4.
Noticed that game sold a lot because a lot of people didn't buy GameCube back in the day, and so they never played that game. So they didn't know how fire that game was. So when they ported over to PC and they sold that last thing, they were like, "Oh shit, maybe we should."
What it was when they saw that, a bunch of people were like, "Can we get a fucking remake of RE2?"
Yeah.
That's what people were asking for. They were like, listen, this game that you guys released, even though it's a GameCube fucking remaster, basically, can you do RE2 remake? That's when they dropped the video. That was just like,
I'm fucking concerned.
They were just like, we do it. That's when they dropped the trailer. We do it. Because RE1 remake is way different from the tone of the remakes from what they've started with RE2 remake. Like RE2 remake, they took a drastic turn. They were just like, we're just gonna remake this shit entirely with new graphics.
Honest,
they just
RE2 and 3
stripped it.
Are basically just RE4.
Yeah.
All these games are basically every game after RE3, which is RE4.
Which is why when they announced RE4,
you gotta understand. I don't want to sound like an elitist, but like usually people who have easier time like with RE2 or RE4 or whatever buy those types of games. So they don't want anything to survival horror, right? They need something a little bit more.
Yeah, it's more action based. It's more action heavy stuff. Like, but that's why I like RE4 remake because RE4
it puts more survival horror in the action.
Like, it wasn't in.
But let's not talk about it because we're gonna fucking talk about it.
RE2 remake was so dope though. They really found the balance.
Well,
they found that balance though.
No, we're not saying it's bad, but I will say, like, if I'm being critical about RE2, they fucked up the B scenario 100%, and no one will tell me.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the B scenario.
I just want an RE game to make me shit myself again. The only games that made me do that was RE1 and RE7 because I played RE7 half asleep every time in the. I know.
I kind of saw you shitting on RE0, bro.
I will say,
but RE0 and RE1 are like the same thing to me.
I will say though,
like,
RE2 remake though, you absolutely should play that shit on hardcore from the gate because
that's all I played it on.
No, the thing is like people are not gonna play it on hardcore because that's the harder difficulty.
I made a video on that. Well, look, I made a whole video on your first playthrough of a Resident Evil game is special. You will never get that experience over again.
What a segue this is gonna be.
if bro, should I even get into this right now?
No.
I don't.
because it's
Because
so
this is gonna get into the
true.
whole difficulty shit, and this
No,
conversation is like so annoying to me
the
because
the
Yeah,
problem.
it is.
I love it. Like I love it because I personally get my enjoyment. It depends on the game. It depends on the type of game, right? Like
Right.
if it's a very like let's say it's an action game or it's a survival horror game. Those games
Mhm.
are usually going to be tied to their difficulty, right? Because the difficulty in
Right.
like a RE game or survival horror game is going to make shit feel more tense. It's going to make shit feel like you're actually trying to survive in this fucking
Right.
game, right? That's why I played Alien Isolation on Nightmare, even though everybody was like, nah, man, don't do that shit. It's going to ruin the experience. Motherfucker,
No, I was.
that was the best
I was
experience
out.
to this day.
Yeah.
To this day, that is the best experience I've had in a fucking game. And like, I'm not even lying. Like that game, the game itself isn't even that great. But the fact,
Yeah, that
but how-
alien AI though. That
Yes,
alien AI is
like,
fucking
but
crazy.
but the experience was amazing. Like,
All right.
and I feel like if I played it on normal, I would not have gotten that shit at
Here's
all.
here's
Like-
yeah, you're absolutely correct. But here's where it ties into the RE conversation, right? I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, because that whole aspect of the save points is
Yeah.
the same thing with RE2 with ink ribbons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
RE2 remake, the fact that they allowed you to save on the normal difficulty without ink ribbons, I
Mhm.
feel like immediately when I heard that, I'm like, I'm not playing it on normal. I'm playing it on hardcore because
Yeah.
they have ink ribbons. Because that
that's
was
why
the
I brought it up
original
earlier.
experience.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up earlier. That I really don't like autosaves in RE4. Like, I really don't like it. Like,
Yeah, but it's
not a
also
fan.
well, apparently professional. It's the same shit, but no auto saves.
really?
So-
Okay, well, looks like I know what I'm doing
Yeah.
next. Like,
I like
Yep.
the insurance policy because a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
times
also a very different type of game, and
Yeah.
and they expect you to go through a long section without fucking
yeah,
saving. So I can
there's
understand
some
the first time
long
through.
sections in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's like,
and
Look, man,
also
I'm
there's
not
there's
a
a
bitch.
ton of
all right.
yeah. Listen, there's a ton of RNG bullshit RNG in that game. Like I don't know if you guys been through the bullshit RNG, but there is,
Yeah.
and
I
that's
played it on
nothing.
Dark
Like I
Souls.
took it, I took my L's, but I'm just saying. Imagine getting so far just to start that shit all over. I would have turned off the game.
RE4 remake versus RE2 remake, or from what I could see already, like they're obviously two very different games because they operate differently as Resident Evil
Mhm.
games, right?
Mhm.
RE2 remake is based off the same philosophy of the original, where you're going off of
it's still considered
survival.
survival horror,
it's
even
it's survival within it's survival within a confined space. Whereas RE4, you're traversing, and
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
it's not. I hate the whole aspect of calling it open world. It's not open world, but you're traversing through a set environment where you're carrying out certain goals, right? You know what I mean? Like that's been the whole thing about RE4. That's why it's felt so different. So autosave and that kind of feels right to a certain extent, but feels
it does in that game,
wrong
yeah, it does.
for purists. But for
Yeah, I just
RE2,
I'm
it's-
fine with it.
it's for RE2, you're working within that limited space. You're not going from the church to the lake to the, you know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah,
within the
but-
police station.
But if you look at the map, like the reason why I got annoyed with it, because the other day I was playing it and I was like, wait, why is there an autosave right here? I can walk like 2 steps and there's a fucking there's literally a fucking typewriter like right around
Yeah.
the corner.
I think they did
There-
that shit for professional mode, not
Bro,
necessarily for the.
Bro, there's hella fucking typewriters in the game.
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
They're around every fucking corner. So why do we need autosave? Like that kind of like took away, because when I
Bro,
died
because
once,
you
right?
look, kids will be fucking complaining, bro.
people
That's
forget
basically
too,
what it
though.
boils
Fuck the
down to.
kids. I'm gonna fuck with no
I'm
goddamn
saying,
kids.
I know. Listen, but we're in the minority of this shit.
When I was a kid
Unfortunately.
and I was playing that shit, we didn't have autosaves, all right? So fuck
When
them.
I was a kid, I played NES. That didn't give a fuck about my
Like,
feelings.
I have no damn autosaves.
Some people literally save after everything they do.
I used to do that. If I'm playing on like professional, you best believe I'm a save. I'm gonna go out. Oh, I took some damage. I don't want to waste my herbs. So I'm gonna go right back in and reset. Like what the
Yeah,
hell?
but
This-
that's
like,
if
This
you
man
knew that
A-rank
was your
saves 1,000.
only if you know that was your only way of saving as opposed to like an autosave. If I know there's an autosave because it's a checkpoint, quote unquote, then I'm gonna keep chugging because it's like, oh, checkpoint, got it. The
yeah,
only
but that
way,
takes away from the tension, bro.
not
Like,
necessarily.
I don't know.
And the reason why I say that is
It's
because
a
it
very
depends. It
different
depends on
game,
how you're
yeah.
playing though. Because if I'm playing the game try hard mode, like let's say I'm trying to do everything really good, I'm not accepting that autosave. I'm reloading. Once I die, guess what? I'm quitting and reloading my original save because I don't want that. Because when you continue off of autosave, that's a death count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you quit out and reload, that's not a death.
Open it
You're
up.
loading. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's an insurance. I think autosaves are an insurance policy. Because what if, especially games nowadays, if that shit bugs out, then you're kind of fucked. What
That
if your
is true.
save was like
the
3
game
hours
did
prior? You know what I'm
crash.
saying?
Yeah. You know what?
That autosave kind of
Yeah.
saves your ass every now and then.
That is true.
It's an
But
insurance
we didn't have that
policy.
shit back in the day.
Yeah, but
That's
you know,
true.
hey man, we got technology nowadays.
We got it now. You're
But
right.
you know,
But this is a remake of a game from 2003.
But it's a remake of a game that's reimagined.
Like,
yeah.
I
like
love
when I
it.
play a survival horror game, bro, I want to be fucking shitting bricks all over the place. I want them to add.
I
detention
know,
wherever,
but some
like,
people like think they have the right to play the game. Like these fucking Elden Ring people want to make the shit easy
Oh,
for some
no.
Here's
reason.
here's the
Yeah.
true experience. Because I gotta go
not
take a
everything is for you.
I gotta take a piss, but here's the true experience. The true experience is
no. Wait.
the game, the survival horror game, that when you die upon death, it deletes the game
You have
from
to
your
start
hard
over.
drive,
It
and you have to
deletes- oh, like Dead
rebuy.
Space.
You have to rebuy the game.
All right.
Oh,
That's a perma death. That's the
Yo,
perma
that
perma
is-
death.
actually
Oh.
OD.
That's the real experience.
that's some cold
That's-
shit.
That's the
some
shit.
cold
That's the
just
shit
put the
that
Sword
no
Art-
one
just
is
put the Sword
ready
Art
for.
Online helmet on, and when you die in the game, you die. You write your life. There you go. Easy. Boom.
That
Bro,
shit.
you know what?
What?
Freak. If this shit ever gets money, we have to make that game.
That's the
Yeah. You just put the
real.
wire in the back of your head. You die in the game. GG. It's a wrap.
That's the real
Fine.
experience that people are just not ready for.
Bro, I'm not
Nope.
trying to die in the game. Nigga, of course ain't nobody ready for that. I don't want
Nobody's
that
ready
shit.
for that. Nobody wants to die in a game and then they can't play the game anymore. They're just locked out until they buy the game again. Nobody wants that. Nobody's that
We
hardcore.
call it what we call
Ain't
it,
that
life
crazy.
passes.
I guarantee.
Life passes?
I guarantee you though, there will be a subset of players on Reddit that will absolutely love the game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would play it, but I'm not buying it again. Like,
I'm going to fucking make an indie game
Like-
that's like 10 levels of just like hard shit. And if it's $5 and if you die, that's it. Buy the game again. And I'm going to experiment and be like, hey, you know what? I already got a basis.
just do what Doki Doki Literature Club did and just troll you into fucking going into your fucking PC files and deleting that shit. And then that shit, man, fuck. That was a fucking horror game. You want me to fucking be honest,
Doki
bro.
Doki?
Like, Doki Doki Literature Club was a goddamn horror game.
I can't play Doki Doki because
fucked up.
I watched a playthrough of it. So
That
once you
game
watch it,
was-
it's kind of fun.
Hold up.
Hold on, Kaiser
Capcom
played
might have
Doki
fucked
Doki.
up.
Hmm?
Yeah, he did.
Kaiser loved Doki Doki.
Bro, that was the best game
Hold on, guys. Breaking news: Capcom might have fucked up. Hold up.
Hmm?
Yeah, they fucked up by giving Mena a small ass Capcom fucking trophy. Did you see that
Besides
shit?
that, no. So apparently RE4 has microtransactions. You know the fucking exclusive upgrade tickets.
Yeah.
Fucking. Apparently you can buy them.
Huh?
So,
That's okay. Whatever.
yeah. I mean. it's kinda
What upgrade
whack,
tickets?
though.
I don't
because
know.
that doesn't matter because DMC has had that for fucking ever, for like 10 years. Devil May Cry, you can buy the goddamn red orbs and all the other shit in the game, and people either buy them or they just ignore them. Like stuff like that is whatever. Like it's a single player game.
Yeah,
Like,
but
people
this
gonna do
game,
what they whatever.
like this game didn't need that shit.
It's
But
a
the
single player
Mercenaries
game,
just
bro.
dropped right now.
Like-
By the way.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I'll
Like for
be
single
back.
player games,
I'ma
stuff
go
like
use the
that is like
bathroom.
whatever. Because you know some people gonna do it, some people just don't care. Like DMC5, the special edition, I think, like if you bought the deluxe edition, it came with like the extra red orbs and like the yellow orbs or whatever, and you either use it or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a multiplayer game and it has shit like that, then yeah, but it doesn't matter for a single player game really. People gonna complain about it though, obviously, but whatever. Because what's it gonna do? It's just gonna get you your maxed out guns. If anything, that's gonna ruin the experience for some people. So let them do it and have fun being dumb.
I mean, even if you have it though, you need a bunch of money to even do that. So it doesn't even matter.
It's not like you don't have. It's not like you could just skip shit and just not play the game.
Yeah. It just irks me a little.
Yeah, I think.
It doesn't kill me. I'm not gonna do it. I don't need it.
I mean, we gonna get the fucking microtransactions and Exo Primal.
Bro, that game was so much fun though.
Now that I think about it, I'm so glad that game is gonna be on Game Pass, bro. That game shouldn't be a $60 game. That should just be a free-to-play game. They're bugging with that. Well, it's $70. They bugging with that shit. Cause me personally, I would buy it, but in the back of my head, I'm like, this is not a $70 game.
What was it, like 50?
That game is like a $40. Like, that shit should be free to play, to be honest. Any game that's like a multiplayer, like just straight up multiplayer focused game, should be free to play in my opinion. I don't think any multiplayer game like that should be $60 or anything. Maybe 20.
Yeah.
Then again, we don't know how much content they're gonna put in this shit.
Like personally, I don't think it matters, right? Like for most, like I'm sure there's a single player mode or whatever, right? Whatever, that might justify the price. I doubt it, but nowadays you can literally go download a free-to-play fucking shooter or a free-to-play game and get way more value than you can get out of any $70 game nowadays. Single player games, sure. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't think any game should be $70. I think every single player game should be like $30. But obviously that's not gonna happen, right?
Yeah, you're hilarious.
Definitely not
That's
gonna
obviously
happen.
not gonna happen.
That's
But
copious.
a single player game should not be the same amount of money as a game that you can play for the next like year. Like
That's hella copium.
that's just me. Like, of course it is. Hell yeah, that's copium as fuck. But
It makes sense though, because honestly, single player experiences are just really not that. Like you play the game and then you're done.
yeah, this isn't fucking 1998 where you can buy a single player game and play that shit for like the next year because you're just so like fascinated by it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
back in the day, I could stretch out a game for like 6 months. Nowadays, I'm too ADD to play. I can't even finish a goddamn game nowadays. Like,
It's
I personally don't think any game should be any. Obviously, you can't really say that because then it's gonna be like, oh well, then the length of the game should determine the price, right? Which doesn't
Yeah.
always make sense because you can play a game that's $30. That's like,
I don't
same
think
value
hours
as-
necessarily mean like.
yeah, because then you can
'Cause
just
I
start
don't-
fucking adding fluff to your game and make the price higher.
Well,
Like-
yeah. Well, also makes the game crappier overall if you're just adding all this shit just to add it or whatever. And it has. I don't know, man. I feel like.
I don't know. Witcher 3 says hi.
Witcher
Like-
3 says hi. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
And,
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll think about it. But guys, finish the game so we can actually fucking talk about it.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm
for sure.
trying hard not to talk.
I ain't finishing that game. I'm gonna go play.
I'm
again.
going to next week I'm gonna be streaming chapters 5 and 6, right? And depending on how far I get through them, maybe I'll just play it on Saturday too, and then stream. Well, actually, maybe this Saturday I'll stream chapter 6 and then Call of Duty, or 5 and then Call of Duty, and then do 6, 7 next week, and then yeah, you know what? We'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned to the Super Freak stream. We don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Stop breaking. Platinum players.